Well, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome to our Planets Through Ascendant series. And this week, we're going to be covering our series of Sun in the 6th house in the sign of Cancer for Aquarius ascendant people. And what happens when Sun is in the 6th house in the sign of Cancer while it's ruling the 7th house with the sign of Leo. Because Sun rules over the sign of Leo. And this is different from Sun through signs, Sun through house series, because now we're combining the dynamics together. Okay, so 7th house, as you know, represents marriage, business, partnership, career, relationships, opponents, enemies. And then 6th house also represents enemies, but 6th house represents unknown enemies. You know, like a robber, thief is an unknown enemy. Known enemy is somebody who could be your competitor, somebody who's an opponent in your, opposite to you in sports, somebody you may have a past life connection with. 6th house also represents health, illnesses, diseases, health and wellness, nutrition, daily work routine, social welfare, social reform, debts, accounting. So Sun being in the 6th house, okay, especially in the sign of Cancer. And as always, if you do not know if you have Sun in the 6th house, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all your other astrological details for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, Aspects, and Maha, this is at the speed of light, including all my consultations at this link. So, Sun in the 6th house in the sign of Cancer, first of all, shows that a person is very passionate, very pleasure-seeking, extremely humble, in terms of dealing with the opposition, dealing with other people. Very pleasant-natured person. And one thing we clearly see here, that this person is a destroyer of their enemies. They will destroy enemies, enemies will be burnt, enemies will be dissolved, enemies will be turned into steam. Because Sun is a hot planet, right? Hot planet is in a water sign, so steam is coming out. And this steam shows that it evaporates the things related to the 6th house. So usually this person will not have debts for too long. They will not have enemies for too long. They will be able to even become a statesman. Statesman meaning somebody who gets honor from the government, becomes a politician, goes into government, wanting to serve people. See, what you have to realize is that both you and your spouse are here to serve. You're here to serve society, you're here to serve the public, you're here to serve the government. It's no longer about business deals, it's about service. The only time a person will be able to do business is if they do business of service, like hospitality and food. You're serving someone food. It's something that they need. See, like an astrologer with Sun in the 6th house, it's not really about service. Nobody needs your service as much. Only unless they're interested in your service, they'll get it. But if you have food, a person needs food to survive. They don't need astrology to survive. So this is where you have to understand the dynamic. Like, what is serving? Serving is something that you need to survive. Whether it's water, whether it's food, whether it's clothing, whether it's shelter. The other thing that we also see is that even though a person has a very strong emotional connection with their maternal uncle, but also shows you indicate that the younger or the maternal uncle may not have the greatest relationship with the people around him, and support around him may not be there. So even if it's your aunt or uncle, it shows that especially the immediate younger uncle to your mother will not have any support from other people. Your spouse will be an excellent chef. Spouse will love cooking. Spouse will also may deal in chemical related things. And the eyes of the spouse will be very penetrating, like very hypnotic eyes. And they could have honey-colored eyes. The other thing we also see with this is that a person will be able to attain land, real estate, especially after marriage. And also shows one having debt, somehow, some way having debt will maintain the maintain the sanity of the marriage. But that only occurs in specific nakshatra and padha, and especially if Jupiter aspects Sun. So if Sun is in the 6th house and Jupiter aspects Sun, if a person has like $100 in their credit card, which most people do, here and there they always have debt, it always keeps Sun burning in a positive light. But regardless of how much debt you have, you will always pay that off. That's something we see. Also, the spouse's body will have a round face, will be quite short and stocky. Even whether you're a male or female, doesn't matter. The spouse's body could be like short and stocky body. Built body, but short in height, unless you have like Saturn, Jupiter, Rahu in the 7th house. Then they can be, quite tall. The other thing we also see, that early relationship will always have this sense of ego and this burnt effect in a relationship. Like from the get-go, you'll feel like, oh my God, this relationship is just kind of doomed. So one always goes through at least one relationship in their life where it's just like fizzles out. Okay. So guys, this was my analysis of Sun in the 6th house in Cancer. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. Again, if you don't know where your Sun is placed, all my books, reports, consultations, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.